Welcome to this videocast by IMA Japan. I'm your host, Chris Wells in Tokyo. Today's interview is with Kiyotaka Sasaki, Director of the Strategy and Coordination Division of the Securities and Exchange Surveillance Commission of Japan. Thank you very much for participating in today's IMA seminar and for agreeing to this interview. Can you start by telling us a little about the SESC's activities as they relate to the operation of investment funds in the Japanese market?
Yeah, it's a very good occasion to be here. Our SESC is a market regulator which is responsible for the oversight of market misconducts, including insider dealing, market manipulations, and to ensure fair disclosure. So we have currently roughly a bit less than 400 staff, including professional lawyers and accountants. So including the investment funds, we are also conducting inspection of the regulated entities. So the overall responsibility is to ensure market integrity.
As you know, the Financial Instruments Exchange Law came into effect last October. Can you give us some idea of the major areas of compliance concern under the FIEL for your office?
The insider tradings by corporates and also internal control, including the newly required JSOX internal control to ensure confidential market information, confidential information. This is an area for concern. Another area of concern is the regulated entities, in particular collective investment schemes which are newly required to be registered under the new legislation. We are responsible for on-site examination of these new regulated entities to apply their internal control risk management. We are now developing the approaches to fit in with such on-site examination.
Now, you mentioned about the collective investment schemes, and those are ones that are typically managed by an outside manager. Do you, expecting your jurisdiction and your examination to extend to both offshore as well as onshore fund managers?
Under the new legislation, collective investment schemes or the funds, whether or not the Japanese or non-Japanese, as long as they solicit to the Japanese investors, they are subject to the registration and also supervisory oversight by SESC. The challenge is for offshore funds, the actual enforcement or implementation of the legislation is whether fund managers are located here or they're outside Japan. This is an issue, still an issue. And for that, we need to collaborate with other supervisors of other jurisdictions.
Okay, let's go along with that. Is there an active level of interaction with foreign regulators? And is it more than it was in the past? And is this part of a new initiative for the SESC?
Actually, we have been enhancing collaboration with the foreign supervisors. We have noted increasing number of cross-border transactions which come across a number of jurisdictions and which require collaboration more than ever. So one of the new policies of the new SESC is to enhance such collaboration in relation to information exchange and also enforcement actions against misconducts come across different jurisdictions.
There have been some very prominent insider trading cases recently. Can you tell us something about what the role of the SESC was in those, and how big a problem is insider trading in the Japanese market now?
Insider dealing is most typical market misconduct in the capital markets. And as a market regulator, our SESC is investigating such insider dealing and taking enforcement actions as marketing misconducts. In our latest activities against market misconducts, typically insider dealing, we note two issues. The one is management of confidential information within the corporate, within issuing company. This is an issue. This is still a challenge. I hope the newly introduced JSOC's internal control requirements might enhance such internal control. The second point is outside parties or third parties which have an access to the confidential insider information of the corporates, including journalists or investment banks or lawyers and accountants. The discipline among these outside parties, this is an issue. Noting these two points, we have been enhancing issuing our messages to the corporates and also to the third parties to enhance their internal control and their discipline, not to be engaged in insider dealings.
Okay, other than insider trading, are there any other particular areas of focus going forward in SESC policy?
Another area is market manipulation and also financial fraud by the corporates. Since last year, external audit function is getting more robust and getting more serious for auditing of the firms, and that's good. But we note still to ensure proper financial statements and fair disclosure. This is an issue. So we have been allocating significant resources to that area as well.
We've heard that the SESC has some reciprocal information exchanges with other regulators. Can you tell us about that activity, and has it been going up, and how is it working?
Yes, actually we have a memorandum of understanding for information exchange with the UK, US, and other major market regulators, including Singapore, Hong Kong. And also recently we have signed together with this FSA the IOSCO multilateral memorandum of understanding for information exchange. And we have been upgrading the level of collaboration and information to be exchanged, including very details of the, for example, compliance officers or specific transactions or specific names of the staff of the regulated entities. So, I have been stressing to the market players that collaboration among regulators more than you could expect.
Is this something new for Asia? I mean, it seems like I'm just interested in the temperature around the region. Is there a good level of communication that's very positive, or people talk about competition among regulators, but in your area in enforcement, do you see any of that?
That's true. Among the financial markets, some competition competition is increasing, not just in Asia, globally. However, without transparency and without ensuring market integrity in the markets, competition could be leading to the downgrading the level of supervisory regime, and that could, at the end, damage the markets. And I believe all the supervisors and regulatory bodies in the region, in many countries, understand the importance of such market integrity for the development and for the competition, fair competition, sound competition among the regulators.
Okay. So it's cooperative in the nature of assisting competition and better regulation for everybody.
Yes, I think so. The better regulation and competition is not just for the market players, but also for the regulators and supervisory bodies as well. And I think such competition among the supervisors could contribute to the better regulation, the better markets environment, rather than damaging the market mechanisms.
Anyway, thank you again for today's seminar, and then also for agreeing to this interview, and I hope we can do this again sometime in the future.
My pleasure. The presentation at today's seminar is a very good occasion for us to outreach to the markets, and also such interview is important to sending out our messages and asking the collaboration with ISSC for the enhanced market integrity.
Okay. Thanks again.
Yeah.